The Pokémon universe is one that is constantly growing, not just in size but in power as well. But even though the number of regions and the number of Pokémon have doubled in the last 10 years, there are some Pokémon that have remained on the topic despite years of updates. From the Guardian of the Skies, Rayquaza, to the original experiment, Mewtwo, here are the strongest Pokémon that you have ever seen. Are Legendaries the only Pokémon that are strong in the Pokémon universe? Or are there other Pokémon that will give the Legendaries a run for their money? Let's find out together. Number 10. The Original Dragon. Now, the Original Dragon may not be a Pokémon that we have seen on screen, but it certainly is one that we can't go without talking about. Casual enjoyers of the show may not be aware of its existence, but its power was so awesome that the Unova region was formed because of the power it wielded. It's stated in the lore that the Tau trio we know of today, Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem, were originally one single entity only known as the Original Dragon. This entity was controlled by two skilled trainers whose names were lost to time. The dragon eventually split into Reshiram and Zekrom as the trainers differed in ideologies, with Kyurem being the remnants of what was left over. Reshiram and Zekrom, being two halves of a whole, were equally matched, but as a single dragon, they had unparalleled power in the Unovan region. Number 9. Celebi. Now you might be wondering how a small green Pokémon could triumph over a dragon strong enough to raise an entire region. It all comes down to the small fact that Celebi is the only Pokémon that can canonically time travel apart from the creation trio. Celebi is not just a time-traveling Pokémon, it is also an indicator of whether the time people are living in is one that is peaceful or not, as Celebi travels to points in time where nature flourishes and things are peaceful. Celebi is one of the few Pokémon that is omniscient, as it exists at every point in time. So if there is one Pokémon that is immune to events that happen in its immediate surroundings, it's the voice of the forest. Number 8. Primal, Groudon, and Kyogre. It's as if Kyogre and Groudon weren't menaces enough already. The two legendaries of land and sea are one of the most iconic duos, as the beef between the two isn't the only thing that's legendary, their power is too. The two were known for expanding their respective domains of land and sea with every move they made, making the two sworn enemies. But with the reintroduction of the two in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, their powers were greatly boosted as they were given the power to revert back to their primal state, making them even stronger than their base state. In this awakened form, the two can raise or submerge continents in minutes and cause weather storms the like of which have never been seen. But that's nothing. Wait till you see what's next. Number 7. Mewtwo. If there is one Pokémon that deserves respect, it's Mewtwo. Mewtwo is one Pokémon that is known to farm aura by its mere presence alone. Born from horrific gene splicing experiments, Mewtwo was created by Team Rocket's leader, Giovanni, as a weapon to be used against their enemies. We have seen instances where Mewtwo has reduced entire buildings and structures to dust with its telekinetic powers alone. Mewtwo has one of the strongest psychic powers in the lore and only grows stronger with its mega evolutions. Mewtwo's X variant excels in hand-to-hand combat, and its Y variant's telekinetic powers are amplified in strength. Mewtwo was strong enough to tackle two of the most aggressive legendaries at the same time, Deoxys and Genesect. Number 6. Deoxys. Now, Deoxys was a relatively unknown legendary and did not have much interaction with the Pokémon world till we saw that Rayquaza, one of the strongest legendaries of all time, was the only one strong enough to fend off Deoxys. Deoxys has an ability in the Pokémon-verse that only a few other Pokémon have, and that is, it can shift between its 4 forms. The balanced neutral form, the heavy-hitting attack form, the bulwark defense form, and the quick-footed speedster form. In each form, Deoxys can max out one particular stat, making it one of the most versatile and adaptive Pokémon. Deoxys gets stronger and smarter the more it fights, making the only option remaining to take it out with maximum power in the shortest amount of time. Number 5. Rayquaza. Rayquaza has been a Pokémon fan favorite for several years now. The Great Green Sky Basilisk is one of the only legendaries that is capable of taking down two of the heaviest hitters in Pokémon lore, Groudon and Kyogre, on its own, and was given the option to Mega Evolve, taking its powers even higher. Rayquaza has, on many instances in the shows and movies, taken down Pokémon that have considerably more power than its own. It's even debated that Mega Rayquaza is strong enough to take down Zygarde in its complete form, making him stronger than the Aura Trio. Rayquaza's raw power and speed are what make it so formidable. But if you thought that's crazy, wait till you see what's next. Number 4. Hoopa. Hoopa is easily one of the most broken Pokémon in the entire mythos. The cheeky Djinn. Pokémon is known for its profound avarice, which is often its one and only weakness. The way Hoopa has been represented thus far makes it nearly on par with the creator of the Pokémon universe. Hoopa in its base form is incredibly powerful, but when in its true state, its power knows no limits. Hoopa has been seen tanking attacks from some of the heaviest hitters, like Lugia, like it's absolutely nothing. But what's even more crazy is that Hoopa is able to traverse hyperspace using its rings and summon any and all legendaries as it wishes. But it gets even crazier because he doesn't just summon them, he also controls them. The only weakness for this unstoppable force is that it can maintain its true form for only 3 days before reverting back to its original form. Number 3. Necrozma. Now, Necrozma may be a relatively new entry into the world of Pokémon, but don't be fooled. Necrozma possesses powers and stats that make even the Creation Trio look like a joke at times. Necrozma is a being that transcends space and lives in hyperspace, where it travels between dimensions, surviving by absorbing all the light in that universe till it leaves it completely dark. Its complete form, Ultra Necrozma, consists of pure light and is strongest at this stage. Necrozma can also summon Ultra Beasts at its whim to fight on its behalf, giving it an edge in battle. Number 2. Giratina. Giratina, while part of the Creation Trio, is often seen as the very antithesis to the Pokémon world. While its counterparts Dialga and Palkia control the flow of time and the structure of space, Giratina rules over the Distortion Realm, a dark mirror image of our universe in which it rules in its origin form, its true version. Giratina is not just known to be malicious, it wreaks destruction whenever it sets foot in the Pokémon world. Being the master of antimatter, it destroys everything in its path and has an uncontrollable rage. Being so very destructive, it was banished by Giratina and forced to watch the normal world while it learned to control its rage. Giratina, existing in the normal world, starts tearing holes in the fabric of space-time itself. It's often believed that Giratina might be the opposer of Arceus himself. Now let's see who's number 1 on this list. Number 1. Arceus. Of course, we can't talk about the strongest Pokémon without taking a look at the creator of the Pokémon universe himself, Arceus. Arceus is the stand-in for God of this universe and is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent. It's often said that the form we witness Arceus is one that we can comprehend, and its true form is unknowable. Arceus is a normal-type Pokémon, but it possesses an ability no other Pokémon does, and that is, it has the power to take on any elemental type in the game. Arceus can mold itself however it sees fit and can call down fire and destruction at a moment's notice. Without Arceus, there is no Pokémon, so we can safely say that Arceus is the strongest Pokémon in every universe.